As folks know, I'm not an everyday YouTuber, okay? I'm kind of a variety show, and like other guys, I don't enjoy video after video, but when I have a topic, I have to say something, and especially checking on older folks. I don't know what I was witnessing today, but we're going to go there first. It was my shopping experience at the store. Not to mention, I'm going to adjust the tripod. Not to mention, everybody was driving like a window licking freaking lunatic. And then there were other people that you had to drive around them. That goes to my store experience. Tonight I make my glazing for my holiday ham. And I'm in the store with several experiences. Ladies in front of me, they got those displays. You can't go around her. You're stuck there. Puts her hand up. It's like, okay, lady, let's get going. Nope. Lord, if they got to put me on shit like that, somebody please shoot me. And I mean it. I'm not going to live like that. And not to mention, these people are out driving automobiles, and I'm behind them. So now, you got the other thing. You got the 3 to 6 little pigs. They're all in a group, and they're as wide as the back of a F-350 Super Duty or my fucking Silverado. You're just not getting around them, and they're in a herd, and they're picking the candy or whatever, different stuff. They're just picking it clean, and I'm going, oh my god. I mean, this one group, I don't think there was anybody under 450 pounds. If there was, I'm lying. You know, then you have the border jumpers. They're standing there all in a gaggle. You can't get through either. So my 15 minutes now, I'm an impatient shopper. I go right through the store like a lightning bolt. I want to get in and out. It was my experience today. And especially walking in the store, they've got all this sales shit right where you walk in. And now you know the 3 to 6 little pigs are there. Now you know the Cholo group is there. And then Grandpa and Grandma. There's 15, 20 people trying to get inside the store. It's 0 degrees out there. I mean, we got wildlife booking flights down to Miami. It's that cold up here. It's really bad. But anyway, the 3 to 6 little pigs are there. The Cholos are there. Grandpa and Grandma. The doors are wide open, letting all the cold air in the store because nobody can get the frick through. Now, I don't know what brain boy thought that up, but when they design these supermarkets in the future, put your goddamn customer service desk somewhere else other than right ahead of the registers, too. Because then there's people in there that have certificates and they're redeeming coupons. I mean, it was a nightmare. My normal 10 to 15 minutes to go through that store was an hour and a half. And it was simply people running into each other. They got the shit again in the aisles like Walmart does. You got to go around it, and there's people standing there. You couldn't do anything. So, and then I got to watch. Please, shoot me if that ever happens to me. And, Doc, you ain't putting me on anything like that. But anyway, all right, so our topic, okay. Let's put it this way with the drones. I mentioned my friends, Tim Finch, Zach Modi, okay. Those guys have been in my life forever. Matter of fact, they're not my best friends, okay. They're acquaintances and somebody when I have a real technical topic, which I don't. I'm retired. I don't want to deal with it no more. But they had a drone. I think Salty Cracker had it. It was like an amoeba, okay. That's kind of what I was talking about. Their little translucent floating inner tube. And it has the gimbals in it and stuff. It's kind of holographic and screwy looking. That was probably them maybe playing a gag. I doubt the photograph was an actual UFO hung up in a tree because the neighborhood would have been surrounded by U.S. government cars, even if it was one of their. I don't care if it was an alien craft. If they lose something like that, okay. So I think that was another one of their pranks for the holidays. They're pranking people with the drones. Okay. Um, what is the game of the drones? Okay. You got the build up ready to bust over there in Belarus. I do believe the Chinese are doing targeting. I believe the drones are Chinese, not Russian, not Iranian. They're Chinese. China needs a distraction of something big to pull the United States away from them entering Taiwan and the Philippines. They're taking the whole pizza pie. They're not just taking Taiwan. They're going to take the Philippines down. They're going to take the Mandarin Islands. They're going to take Truk Island. They're going to do a lot there. They're not just going to stop at Taiwan. They're going to take that whole entire region back and cut Australia off. Okay? The Aussies have been that ignorant, living in peacetime. Another bunch of vultures and freeloaders living on America's back and our protection of our military. Okay? Our fucking duck hunters have a better navy than you people do. Okay? The Aussies are disgusting, especially the libtard ones. There's a few hardcore. I mean, if you meet a real Aussie like Ashton out the back here and his late brother or whatever, they were British Special Forces. That's why they came to America. Because their Navy, their military is freaking embarrassing, people. It really is. What they call a gun on a Navy ship and what they call an aircraft carrier, they're nothing but floating fucking trash cans. Just like the Chinese. But anyway, let's get back to the topic. Okay? Now, what is the end game? We have our original formulas. They're trying to tell us we don't have the original formulas to our crop. It was cheaper to grow the shit under Chinese control in South America and make millions of dollars off of growing non-nutritious garbage. Okay? China's at the corner of the world. That's why the Biden administration and these communists were trying to lower us down to, you will own nothing, you will obey the government, you will be under government control, under government censorship. That's the Chinese influence of bringing our economy and our dollar that we can compete. Okay? So that's why Amazon's going on strike. People were going on attack. I think people were wise to this, okay? I mean, China sent their insects here to eat our trees, our hardwood trees, make us totally dependent on Eurasia, Central Asia, Northern Asia's, and their territories that they're taking over. Okay? So, there are enemy drones, okay? They're Chinese. And then they have the good drones. And then there's videos showing up of drones getting blown out of the sky. Now, whether those are military fodder that somebody's putting on there, I'm hearing very little other than what I'm hearing from Tim Finch and Zach Bodie that, yes, there have been a few drones shot down. They're not theirs. And then there's competing companies that want to try to compete with the original. You know, like you have Hawaiian Punch and you have Budweiser. There's always been the original label, and it's, you know, they have not been bought out yet. So I'm not going to go to the NMMI label is what they're. Technically, I'm not going to say the rest of it. Okay, they're a technical corporation, and they are solely owned, subsidized, and paid by the United States Department of Dirty Tricks. So I don't want to really give too much exposure, and do those guys really use their real names? I don't think they do use their real names anymore, to tell you the truth. I don't think they do. I'd be surprised. I just know them from being shipboard with them or being stuck in a ship's locker, what they call a suite on a Navy ship. We call them a locker or dog kennel, whatever. I got stuck a couple times rooming with them, which I'm not complaining about it. So if they watch my video and say, "Well, ain't you badmouth?" No, they were. I love those guys, and that's why I still talk to them. Matter of fact, that's what I'm doing tonight. I actually got to see my dad, and I'm going to call people. And that's why I said, these older people being left alone. I was another shopping experience. I was at another store, and it was so bad I had to leave the store because somebody stank that the BO was driving people right out of the store. I mean, if you're going to leave your grandfather, I realize people that their children die or whatever, but if you're going to do that to your grandparents, God bless what you do to your children and your pets. You shouldn't have any. If your grandfather's walking around and it had to have been terminal illness, end of life or something, but I mean, the guy that was emanating the smell had brand new clothes on. Was he a street person? I don't think so. Was he out of a personal care facility? Well, he should have been, but maybe he was out of somebody's home, but I couldn't have anybody that smelled like that in my house. I so brings me back to the woman last year that I met at the store. I don't know if that was I think that was like 2 years ago already. She had a pet that passed away and nobody to bury it. She's boohooing in the aisles rather. And I asked her what was bothering her, and it was that her pet passed away, and she couldn't bury it. And I guess whoever she had solicited and paid to bury the dog never showed up. So the very next morning, I showed up. The ground was frozen. We had to wrap the dog up for a couple days and place him back in the garage where she originally had him, and then we buried him. And in between that, the other pet passed away, and people had the animal cruelty people there. And me being the Uncle Dutch, I almost got in a fist fight with the animal control officer. He almost landed on his ass. So if you're a law enforcement official and you come across an old Marine like me, I've been complimented I'm a good teacher. I don't think I really have a teaching personality. Maybe teaching adults. Maybe I do. But if you're some sort of law enforcement official, because most of these people, they treat you like you're a village fucking idiot or just came out of the village. And believe me, this is a village full of them here where I live. So explaining that, I'll get to my other topic, okay? You're law enforcement, you're an animal control officer, watch how you talk to somebody, okay? Do this, because a guy like me is going to hammer you. You're going to think a battleship fell on you. My FELPRO failure. What blew the motor up in my shop truck? These are brand new fucking FELPRO gaskets. Like Swiss cheese. And do you notice they're right at the same spots? Did you notice that? The rot spots? Look at that. Isn't that a beauty? Brand new gasket. Isn't that beautiful? These gaskets were less than 8 months old. FELPRO. That's why I make my videos, and that's why I ask people to pay attention. I know it's a lot of talking. I'm used to a classroom environment, and I've never grasped how to do this video editing. And I know people have sent me stuff. I don't know what the fuck to do with it. Show me how to work it. Okay? I hate to be like that on a holiday when I want to tell everybody Merry Christmas from me. And we're going to get back on the F-250. I did get the bed back on, folks. The bed's back on, and it turned out beautiful. Now I got to do the top side. I got to metal it in. It's just that it's been, like I said, 0 degrees. The crows here, they're sitting up on the power line in their varsity turtleneck sweaters talking about how cold it is. And as I said, we got raccoons, deer, bear, and everything booking flights down to Miami. They want to lay on the beach, and preferably. I don't know why I still live here. I'm getting tired of chopping. You can't even buy firewood. You can't buy any round pieces, for heating. They got it all like for entertainment chopped up, and I was ashamed what I paid for. I really am. So enjoy my videos, and I'm just going to say this is an all stations alert, okay? All stations, okay? It's every hand on deck. This with Belarus and Russia, and down there in the South China Sea, this is going to boil over. They want to spoil Trump's entrance into that White House, and I think Trump, instead of out giving speeches, I think he better get his ass in a bunker and start being the commander-in-chief. I'm sure he has a personal space that is pretty impervious. I don't feel safe for my president, and believe me, I love Trump. I mean, I've heard Merry Christmas. This is the first year. Here's a calendar, Dutch. Here's a flashlight. You know what I mean? I forget what the hell else they gave me. Oh, a little screw, like a tuning screwdriver and something else. I'm like, jeez. You know, Trump did take a hold of the country in a good aspect, because I'm not used to hearing Merry Christmas and, oh, by the way, don't leave without your stuff. I mean, what stuff? I got everything I need. Oh, here's your calendar. Here's your flashlight. Here's your tuning, your little. And believe it or not, the stuff comes in handy. I did set it aside. Okay, I'm not out to. I don't know. Maybe I should be better choreographed or whatever. But I already stuck the calendar's already in use. It's already on my door, and I got, because they told me, I said, can I get 2 more? And I want to give one to my son. So that's my holiday. And then I got, I'm probably going to have family coming up from Texas. They're inbound. And then we got a storm coming tonight. So they called and asked me about their living space. We have trailers up on a lot. And my good friend foamed in underneath the trailers. We have them sort of built on foundations. We built pads and we bricked them in, but it was still atrociously cold inside in some of the walls. And somehow this guy really did a nice job, because the heat was set at 60 degrees, which is pretty cold, especially in 0 degrees. And I just walked in up there to make sure the water and everything was okay, because it was 0 degrees. And we have those heat tapes on the pipe that supplies the units there. The one water supply that supplies all the units is outside, and it's got under. We did bury the pipes, and that was what killed all the trees, because we'd have liked to have kept more trees, but with these storms, I'm glad we didn't. It's kind of a big clearing, but the foam insulation, it worked. Believe me, it was. I couldn't believe normally I would not have been able to take my sweatshirt off in there. I probably would have been able maybe to see my breath a little bit. A couple times I did when it was this cold. It wasn't like that. And we did put replacement windows in and stuff. So foam insulation, I wouldn't want to have a fire, because it's going to kill you dead because of the noxious fumes. But as far as insulation, and if you don't plan on burning your place down, invest in some foam insulation. So thank you for watching my videos, guys. And as I said, it's an all station alert. Make sure you got your feces in order, as Lee Wilbarger says, because I think shit's going to get pretty serious as far as what I'm hearing. And yes, we have good guy drones up there, and yes, we have bad guy drones. That is what's going on. I'm getting fed that they're getting ready to take quite a few of them out. When that's going to happen, I think it's going to be Trump. And I think that's why Musk is at Trump's side. Is I think Trump knows this little circus is going on. And that's why Trump is hanging close to Musk, because Musk got all the answers against some of this weaponized stuff. Thank you for watching my videos, guys.